Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mike Apox. It's gonna be the first episode of my new YouTube series where I'm gonna be breaking down the main spawn points of each hardpoint, how to influence spawns, and some basic setups. Okay, let's get right into it. So the big white circles are gonna be the primary spawns for P1. So back tin, river, and back grandmas. So I have river circled in yellow because river is the key to P1 in my opinion. It's physically closest to the hill, most access to the map. There's a million reasons why you could say it's the best spawn, but you just gotta trust me on that one. One thing to know on P1 as well is that this red circle, this is what I call a red flag spawn. It's nothing crazy. All it realistically means is that they have somebody pushed out probably towards like your A plat side, and they're blocking the river spawn just by being in this area. Like they're pushed up far enough to force you to spawn over here in the back right, but they're not pushed up far enough to flip you through tin. The next couple of slides are going to be just how you play generic setups from the spawn either side. So this is showing it from like the left side of the map. None of these spots are like gun specific or anything like super in detail. It's just to show you like general that you should be filling all lanes, playing kills. Getting these kills, you're going to spawn them here back grandmas. Same thing, opposite side. This is how you would play it from the grandma side of the map. But something to note as well, though, is that when you play from this grandma side of the map, it is highly likely that they will spawn back tin again, and that you have to play from this setup. So usually this is like the last guy off spawn. If this is like a sub, you can cut mid, whatever. But last guy off spawn's cutting over here, play some kills, because he has no effect on their spawn ultimately. Okay, so this is the P2. The spawns are damn near the exact same as P1. Only thing a little different is you can't spawn as deep. So it's like plat, river, back tin. This is how you should ideally be trying to play it from the back. Like I said, it's not anything super specific. This is just kind of a general thing. When the new hill pops and you get all your kills and you have people in these areas, they're going to default spawn to the plat, and then it just opens up the map that way. And then this is how, okay, so this is actually very important to realize because this is a potential of happening on both sides, like when you spawn tin and when you spawn plat. So it is a potential that you play the top side of the map too heavy and you block both of these top spawns and you force them to spawn river. So like whenever you play this hill from the front, let's say it's like 10 seconds left on P1 and you want to rotate to the front instead of going all the way on river, you want to intentionally not send people this direction and 4 stack or 3 stack the front and send one person up middle, because doing that, like I said, you getting the kills, having man advantage, being physically closer to tin, and having people look in this direction, it'll block this spawn, force him to spawn here. That way you get your last guy off spawn. Either he fills the hill if he needs help, or he goes middle and cuts the spawners because these people are going to be ultimately wrapping back. P3. So P2 and P3, I didn't have any gold circles on it because there is no like best way to play these kind of hills, because I feel like that's a trap that a lot of people get caught in when they try to play hills one-dimensionally. So that's just a really bad thing to do in this game. But essentially playing P3 from the back, ideally. So this arrow right here, this is one person. He has 3 options, but this is the last person. So ideally you want to get somebody over towards gate, blocking the close river spawn. Somebody over here tower, they could help all directions and be ready to push that way towards the left. And then this guy is the last person. So again, last person, you come off spawn and you already have teammates in these kind of areas, so you could either go here to climb top, fill top, or you could go push out tools or pinch a plat. But regardless, it's very important that this guy is the last, or it's very important to know that when you do this and this guy is the last, that you're going to be directly running out spawners. Your only job is really to play kills. So I'm going to mention it briefly, but something that matters very heavily in this game is rotation order. So say this was the first person doing this play, you go to the right at the first, if you get the kills over here on the right and your teammates die towards the left, you'll be giving them the closest spawn, which is the river spawn, which is not good. Like, so just because you have the back doesn't mean it's all good sunshine and rainbows. Like, you're going to have to be able to force them into a setup that you would prefer. Same thing, this is a P3 but from the front side though. So again, this person right here, pinching either A plat or going to tools, playing kills, this is generally going to be like the last person. Like your first wave, you're going to try to get somebody to pinch around the back, somebody look over the street, you play the kills, and then you're trying to force this close river spawn here so that even though you don't have the back spawn, it's not the best, you still have like a functioning setup on the hill. Okay, so P4 is a little different, and I'll explain it. So Same thing, I have 4 white circles for the main spawns, but I have a line in the middle. And this doesn't actually mean anything. I just want it to be there visually because this is how I visually see this hill. So the yellow line in the top, it's like a line you should be playing through this side of the map. You either want to spawn tin or plat here, and whichever way, it's going to be random, or not random, but it's going to depend on what situation is happening in the game, whether they spawn dirt street or river. But either way, you want them to spawn here because they have the shittiest routes back to the hill, easiest cutoffs, and whatnot. Okay, so this is like from the tin spawn. This is like secondary wave or second wave. You can push out and influence spawn. So let's say you get all the kills and somebody pushes towards the right and you have this guy that's still alive at the plat. Well, now you could block this and secure all 4 of them to spawn here. You could do the same thing vice versa. Like if this guy were to pinch or to push up middle and block the dirt street, you could force them to all spawn river. So P5 is pretty basic. I think when you're breaking it from the front, you shouldn't always try to flip. This is just a little generic 2-man hit the back, 1 spawn kills, 1 cuts back. 3rd and 4th guys place at the front. You can spawn trap them in the back little corner here. There's also how you play it from the back spawn. You actually prefer holding it from the back spawn. It is easy. It doesn't mean that you can't get that good setup from the front, but it is preferred to hold it from the back. Something to know again: last guy off spawn. If you come off spawn, your teammates are already in a good position. Instead of just falling back into the setup when you know they're going to spawn barn and hit around, you could be aggressive on them because you know that you should be secured in the back spawn unless your team goes 4 dead and gets absolutely world star. Alright, that's going to be it for me, bros. Appreciate everybody who took the time out their day to watch this. If you enjoyed the content, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. 50 likes and I'll drop the next video. I think I'll do it in the next few days or so. I'm going to be doing Tuscan next. If anybody is interested, I do offer personal coaching. All the information, I'll link it below. It's in my Twitter bio, whatnot. So I'm not trying to be a salesman here, but go check that out if this is something you're interested in. Appreciate y'all again, man. Have a good day, everybody. Yeah.